Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, that you're living a life someone else designed for you? If so, you're not alone. And thousands of years ago, a man in ancient Athens was asking the very same questions. His name was Socrates, and his ideas are more relevant today than ever before. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're stepping back in time to walk the bustling streets of ancient Athens with one of history's greatest minds, Socrates. He wasn't a king, a general, or a wealthy merchant. In fact, he was a humble stonemason. But his legacy has outlasted empires. Why? Because he taught us how to think. Socrates never wrote anything down. Everything we know about him comes from his students, most famously Plato. Picture this, a man, not known for his good looks, wandering the marketplace, stopping powerful politicians, famous artists and everyday citizens, and asking them simple yet profound questions. What is justice? What is courage? What does it mean to live a good life? This method, now famously known as the Socratic method, wasn't about him providing the answers. It was about helping people discover the answers within themselves. He believed that true wisdom begins with acknowledging our own ignorance. Think about his most famous quote, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." In our world of information overload, where everyone seems to have an opinion on everything, this is a revolutionary idea. It's humbling. It encourages us to listen more, to question our own certainties, and to be open to new perspectives. It's the starting point for all genuine learning. When you admit you don't know everything, you open the door to discovering anything. Another cornerstone of his philosophy is the powerful declaration, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This wasn't a depressing statement. It was a call to action. Socrates urged us to be the architects of our own character, to constantly reflect on our actions, our beliefs, and our values. Are you living in alignment with what you truly believe is right? Are your daily habits leading you toward the person you want to become? Imagine applying this to your own life. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through your phone, what if you took just 10 minutes each day to ask yourself, did I act with integrity today? Was I kind? Did I learn something new? This process of self-examination is the tool that helps us grow, evolve, and live with purpose. It transforms existence into a meaningful life. This brings us to his concept of virtue. For Socrates, knowledge and virtue were one and the same. He argued that no one knowingly does wrong. If we truly understand what is good, we will naturally do what is good. This might sound a bit idealistic, but think about it. When we act out of anger, jealousy, or fear, it's often because we are ignorant of a better way. We're ignorant of the long-term consequences or of the true source of our happiness. Socrates believed that the ultimate goal of life was to care for our soul, to nurture our inner self, our character. He famously said, "I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think." His goal was to be a gadfly, a pesky insect that stings a lazy horse into action. Athens was the horse and he was the gadfly, waking it up from its intellectual and moral slumber. This approach, as you can imagine, made him a few enemies. The powerful people he questioned didn't appreciate having their ignorance exposed in public. Ultimately, his relentless pursuit of truth led to his downfall. He was accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods, charges that were politically motivated. At his trial, Socrates had the chance to apologize, to beg for his life, to propose a light punishment. He did none of that. Instead, he doubled down on his mission. He argued that he was a gift from the gods to the city of Athens, and that by silencing him, they would be harming themselves more than him. He famously stated, "I would rather die having spoken in my manner than live having spoken in yours." When sentenced to death, he faced his fate with incredible calm and courage. He saw it not as an end, but as a final journey for his soul. His last words to his friends were a simple request to pay a small debt, showing his groundedness even in the face of death. He taught us that it's not about how long you live, but how well you live. The integrity with which you live your life is the ultimate measure of its worth. So how can we apply this Socratic wisdom in the 21st century? First, embrace questioning. Question everything, the headlines you read, the traditions you follow, and most importantly, your own assumptions. Don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." That's where real learning begins. Second, practice daily self-examination. Set aside a few moments for reflection. A journal is a fantastic tool for this. Ask yourself the tough questions. Are you proud of the person you were today? What can you do better tomorrow? This isn't about self-criticism. It's about self-improvement and intentional living. Third, prioritize your inner growth over external validation. In a world obsessed with followers, likes, and possessions, remember Socrates' lesson that the health of your soul, your character, is what truly matters. True happiness comes from within, from living a virtuous and examined life. Socrates' legacy is not a set of answers, but a method for finding our own. He empowers us. He challenges us to wake up, to think critically, and to take responsibility for our own lives. He reminds us that philosophy isn't some dusty academic subject. It's a practical guide to living a better, more fulfilling life. What do you think? Which of Socrates' ideas resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your thoughts and start a conversation. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the mind of a true titan of thought. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration. Until next time, keep questioning, keep examining, and keep growing.